House Minority Leader Mike Lynch, also running for Congress, but we're in your state capitol office, so House Minority Leader Lynch. I'm here to talk to you today about a DUI from a year and a half ago, but not because you told us about it. Why didn't you tell us about it?
Well, it's a personal matter, and I didn't think there was a reason to.
You're the highest ranking member of the House Republicans, so you're a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Why would it not be of public interest?
It's a private matter, I was dealing with it privately.
Did you hope it would be kept secret?
I was realistic that this would come out someday, and I would face it like I'm doing right now, and that's what leaders do. They, make mistakes, pick themselves up, become better for it, and move on.
If you thought it would come out, why not be in front of it and tell people, I got pulled over for this, and then go from there?
Seriously, just figured that I would deal with it when I had to deal with it, right? And it's personal, right? It's a personal issue that I wanted to deal with personally, and with my relationship with God and with my family.
Former State Representative Dan Pabon got pulled over for DUI, and that body camera video made the news. Lori Sain, former State Representative Lori Sain, had a gun at a DIA security checkpoint. That made the news. State Representative Richard Holtorf dropped a gun running back to make a vote. That made the news. You got pulled over for DUI and you had a gun on you. Didn't you expect that to make the news?
Eventually, yeah.
But not by your own accord?
Correct.
So you're okay, do you know why it came out?
Because I'm running for Congress.
Elaborate on, what do you mean by that?
Cause folks to do their due diligence on candidates like I would expect them to. Yeah.
You didn't disclose this with the other members of the House Republicans when you were running for leadership. As you say, you're running for Congress. Will you be stepping down as House Minority Leader? Will you resign? Will you stop running for Congress as a result of this being news and known now?
No. I mean, this happened outside of session, and frankly, before I was even elected to this House seat.
Do you remember being stopped and the details of what's in the report?
Absolutely.
One of the first things you did was ask for the trooper to call Mike Hahn. Mike Hahn is the lobbyist for the Colorado State Patrol. Why did you ask for the trooper to call Mike Hahn?
He's my point of contact with the State Patrol, and I would like for him to be informed that one of his reps was had an interdiction. It's pretty standard protocol. I mean, a lot of folks do that when they're pulled over.
People are instructed, members of the legislature are instructed to contact Mike Hahn when pulled over, or have the trooper or whoever's pulling them over contact Mike Hahn?
No, it was a courtesy call, so they didn't hear it from somebody else, because I have a very strong relationship with that department. Can you see how that could be seen by a voter or by just a general public? Isn't that what people might hate about politics? Like, you get pulled over and you're asking them to call someone who's a point of contact between representatives and State Patrol, as though it might be favoritism. Yeah, I can see where that could be misinterpreted, but it was not that at all. I asked for no favor. That's written up in the report. So yeah.
Do you remember being told not to reach for weapons? They saw a pocket knife, and then you admitted having a gun. You were told not to reach for the weapons, and then you reached for your gun.
I'm not certain that that's the order that went in. I think it was oh crap, I forgot. I've got a gun in my pocket, and so I was trying to be proactive with the officer.
There's statements that you are supportive of law enforcement. Do you based on what I'm reading, were you trying to talk your way out of a ticket?
Absolutely not. I think I was caught dead to rights, and I was conversing with him like I would anyone else. And and I am a supporter of law enforcement. I mean, my legislation proves that.
Do you remember being asked what the blood alcohol content limit in Colorado is?
I believe, yeah. I mean.
Do you know what you told? It's in the report. Do you know what you told them?
Yeah, I don't know.
You told them 0.2. and it's 0.08. I think my math is not great, but I think you overshot by 250%.
Right.
You're a state lawmaker. Maybe it's evidence of being drunk, but do you know the law?
Well, I mean, the evidence is in that paperwork. They blood tested me, so yeah, yeah.
But are you aware of the blood alcohol content limit in Colorado being 0.08?
Absolutely, yeah.
Why were you drunk?
I had left an event and just had one too many.
You have told the Denver Post and the Colorado Sun that voters are forgiving.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Voters are forgiving.
I am, just because I have an elected office doesn't make me special at all. I've proven that through I served. I went through this process just like any other citizen with absolutely no deference at all. I think people understand that we're not all perfect, and I think part of being a leader is for people to understand that they're being led by people that are just like them.
If voters are forgiving, why not tell them what you went through? What are they supposed to be forgiving about if they don't know?
I mean, there's two ways you can do it. You can tell or you not tell. I flipped the coin and ended up with the not tell option.
Now I need to ask, what else are you not telling voters and the public that we may find out as you run for Congress?
Yeah. Well, I think this search was in an effort to find all that, and I think this is the only thing you're going to find on me. I mean, I don't think that. I know that for a fact. So.
Do you still drink? I
do not.
By choice or because it's mandated by a sentence that you have as a result of this traffic stop?
Completely by choice. And I'll admit to you that this interdiction was a good thing. And now I don't drink. Would I have stopped under other circumstances? I'm not sure, but I am thankful every day, honestly, for this interdiction. It's more important to me, to my family, than the politics, than any other aspect of this. So.
And you've told me you believe this is out because you're running for Congress.
Correct.
So if you weren't running for Congress, we wouldn't know about being pulled over for DUI with a weapon, and you'd be okay with that?
I would be, yeah.
Why? Why is that okay?
In this business, your entire life gets thrown out there. And I don't know why I would try to, help that process and cause pain or embarrassment to my family, honestly.
Did you not say this publicly because you didn't want it to impact your race for Congress?
No. This has been hanging out there for obviously, for going on 2 years, and I knew at some point it would come out. To tell you the truth, it's kind of a relief that it's out. So,
if you were voting for someone else as a House Minority Leader, and you found out about this after the fact, and you didn't know about it when told by that person, "I want to lead this caucus," how would you feel?
If I was one of the members voting for that person?
If you were one of the members who now found out, my leader didn't tell me about this key thing in their life that maybe could impact if I want them to lead me.
Right. I would be glad that lesson was learned by that leader, and he faced it boldly, and it has made positive changes in his life.
Last thing, do you think you were given favoritism by Colorado State Patrol? Whether you asked for it or not, do you think you were treated differently?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nope. And I would have ensured that did not happen, because I did not want any perception of that out there, and I wasn't. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.